Namaskar friends, welcome to Export Import Make in India campaign. And today in the session, we will understand cost analysis in the export. Okay, so cost analysis of the export manager is responsible to manage the export charges. So what we need to understand in this session is cost need to be analysis. How we can cut off the cost in export. Okay, so you can take the RFQ from the different various freight forwarder, okay, and export the goods. Okay, for example, you are just going goods export from India to South America. Okay, so this is the India here. Okay, this is our India. Then goods will go through this America. Okay, in this country. So the cost need to be analysis. Main cost is from port of loading to port of discharge. Okay, and what is other charges? Other charges is from factory to port of loading. Okay, and next destination other charges from port of discharge to importer factory. Okay, these are the charges which is divided in mainly three parts. Okay, so first is FOB. FOB is like a from exporter factory to the port of loading. Second is freight, which is port of loading to port of discharge. Okay, from this port of loading to port of discharge. Then third one is from port of discharge to the importer factory. Okay, so this cost need to be analysis. How will analysis this cost? Okay, we will take various freight forwarder for this as a RFQ. So RFQs which charge need to be mentioned is a RFQ is like a from factory to port of loading. How much charge will take by the freight forwarder? Okay, so we'll take from 10 freight forwarder charges. Just like one is giving 98,000. Okay, all inclusive. Okay, in FOB charges are from factory to port of loading. So in factory port of charges comes like just like a goods transport from customer exporter factory to the ICD, then ICD to the seaport. So for one container, how much charge will apply? For example, the average charge is 1 lakh from Gurgaon Manesar factory to the Nhava Sheva port. Okay, 1 lakh rupees for one container. Okay, in the same way, what we will do, we will check out the multiple various freight forwarder for the same. Just like a we will take RFQ from the freight forwarder for the Manesar to South America country. Okay, so some will give just like a $10,000 is like a $1,000 FOB charges, and the sea freight which is approx 6,000 and 3,000 at the destination. Okay, so how much charges is 3,000 plus 6,000, 900,000 and 1,000 is here, so $10,000. So total charges occur for the one container from Manesar factory of Gurgaon to South America importer countries 10,000 approx. So what we will do, we will take these charges from the various freight forwarder. I think first freight forwarder one give just like a $9,000. Freight forwarder 2 is $9,500. Freight forwarder 3 will give you 10,000. Freight forwarder 4 will give you just like a 10,500. So here we need to analyze this cost. Who is giving the best charges? Okay. So in this analysis based, we will appoint the freight forwarder. Okay. So what freight forwarder will do? Just like we receive order of the 10 container from the Brazil. Okay. So this 10 container need to be dispatched. So we will dispatch this 10 container as CIF base, CIF, Post Insurance in Freight. So what is our responsibility from Manesar factory, Gurgaon Manesar factory to the delivering at the Brazil seaport? So what will charge need to pay? Just like a first we need to pay the freight charges, FOB charges, which is just like a uh, transport and custom clearance and inland haulage charges and TSC charges at the India. Okay, then freight charges. So just like these are the $1,000 and the 6,000 is the freight. So 6,000 plus 1,000 is the 7,000. 7,000 is the charges occurred with cost. Okay, so the cost charges of the one container tire plus this FOB charges plus freight charges. So this will be freight, cost and freight, but also need to include the insurance. So also we will include in these charges insurance. Okay, so this invoice need to be prepared in such a way that these charges are checked in minimal level. Okay, so here we just are paying the freight. How much freight? 6,000 from port of loading to port of discharge. But importers is saying that our freight forwarder is taking only the 5,000 charges, okay, of the seaport. So we need to change this Incoterm from CIF to FOB. Okay, so in FOB case, the responsibility of the importer to pay the freight charges. Okay, so we will prepare the commercial invoice in FOB, then only we need to add the charges from our factory to the port of loading. Okay, so how it will prepare the commercial invoice? Commercial invoice just like a cost of the goods plus the charges of the transportation, custom clearance, and the inland haulage and TSC. So these will be the FOB charges. Okay, so in this way, by changing these Incoterms, we have saved $1,000, which is beneficial to the importer because the charges overall will pay by the importer only. Okay, here exporter will not pay any charges. Say exporter is pay the charges to the shipping line or airline, which is claim in the commercial invoice, and overall after all these charges received from the importer. Okay, so these many times importer check out these all charges and change the Incoterms, which is favor of the importer. So here what is the thing? The cost analysis. We can check out from freight from our origin side. Due to inventory availability of the containers, this charge may impacted. Okay, just like any projected exporting from the China to Australia. So what will happen? That many containers are aligned with in this route. So he on this port the shortage of the container. So it will impact the charges of freight charges. Okay, because the booking is not available, and containers and inventory is not available. So we will take then it may charges just like a from port of loading to port of just like a 6,000, 7,000, and $8,000. But if container inventory available at this site, he also may request it in this way. But the port is the same. But due to different shipping line, this charge can be less or high. Okay, so the freight charges requested from the both sides, supplier side and importer side. Which is charges are best? You can deal on the you can change this Incoterms. Okay, so we are just understanding how to analysis the cost in the export case. Okay, so mainly this thing also need to understand that these charges need to be optimized. Okay, how will optimize? Just like a the freight charges by taking the freight with the various supplier, and also need to check out this internal charges like the transport charges. What we will do? We will check out that if we'll export the goods through shipping line, just like we book the container and dispatch the goods from factory to seaport. Okay, so here if we clear these goods at the seaport, okay, then it may charges is high because we first move this container from our factory to the seaport. So this transportation charge will occur. Okay, but if you clear this good at our nearest ICD, just like a you are in Manesar, you are in Manesar, so your nearest ICD custom clearance port is the Gadi Harsru. So if you clear this good at the custom clearance at the Gadi Harsru, then this charges will be reduced because that this container will go through the train. So train charges always less than the truck charges. So you also need to check out where you need to clear your goods for the custom. Okay, is your nearest ICDs giving you good optimization for the cost of transportation or seaport? You need to analyze this because the cost analysis has to check out all the thing while exporting goods from overseas to India to overseas. Okay, so here we have understand what is the cost analysis in the export. Okay, and in the next session we will try to understand what is the cost analysis in the import shipment. So guys, we are just ending this session here. Thank you for watching the session. Have a nice day.